For quite a while I worked with natural phenomenon, things like glaciers, forest fires, avalanches, landslides, lots of sort of powerful environmental movements. And that was a theme that stayed with me for maybe 3, 4, 5 years. And I think then you don't consciously move from theme to theme. I think what happens is you hit on a pivotal moment, a moment of insight, and maybe something else from somewhere else interests you and you draw it into the theme, and then you use it to develop that theme. But then eventually what happens is as you bring in more elements to the work, your theme starts to move and change and move on to different influences, as it were. It moves, it grows, it becomes something else, and then you may find yourself you just have to go where the work leads you, and then you suddenly find yourself involved in something completely different than what you started with. But that process can take quite a number of years. It's not something which happens overnight. It's very slow moving, like a glacier for me. And but then again, something can come along which changes your direction completely. You know, every so often I think it's good to have a complete break and a complete change and move in a completely opposite direction. I think it keeps the work fresh, and it keeps, you know, it's about human interest. It's about where you want to go with the work. It's about the story that you want to tell. And you move through a different set of themes over a number of years. Well, I've always been attracted to large-scale work, and I've always been attracted to work which is bigger than my physical self. And getting involved in producing large-scale work means that you get involved on a physical level as well as a mental level, which for me is just as an important part of the creative process, which has led me on to thinking about commercial spaces, as well as the work I'm producing at the moment, which is my personal projects rolling on. I've been with the technological advances in printing, and there are no restrictions on size, I'm constantly drawn to bigger spaces. Commercial spaces offer the challenge of an audience, a large-scale audience. They offer the challenge of bringing to a space a focal point, warmth, meaning in that space. They would offer challenges of the physical side of things, making the actual work in itself, which would be a huge physical challenge. Colours, scale, weight, materials, all of those things would not necessarily need to change, but they would need to evolve, and that's what the challenge of working in a commercial space would offer me, and in the hope that I would then be able to translate that into something for an audience that an audience could enjoy.